We are live. Let me know if y'all can hear me good. Let these people come on in. So all of my live viewers on the couch, 704.
I'm so happy to be back.
I know, right? What's good, man?
I'm so happy to see you.
Hey, it is all love. We are live right now. Make sure y'all like and share that thing.
Okay, I'm sharing it now.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me turn this down. I still do that, Jackie. I still do that.
I don't have any feedback. I don't have anything to say. Oh, oops, that's my phone.
Hey, man. I'm looking forward to this conversation.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm gonna let some people come on in, but we're gonna scale. You know how we scale starting out. Where you at today? We're not talking about the rating. We're talking about scaling. So how are you feeling, Juicy J? What's been going on?
Okay, hold on. I can be that. Wait. Okay, I'm her now.
Yeah, Juicy J in the building. What's up, bruh? He in the middle of the Atlantic watching that thing. Stay safe out there. You know,
wait,
shout out to my Marine brother-in-law.
Wait, some people don't know. Some people don't know that Juicy J is my porn name given to me by the couch viewers on the
by the public.
What's your name, Dame? What's your name?
What was it?
Dame the Dominator?
Dame the Dom, not the Dominator. That's kind of whack.
That's like what it stood for, Dominator. It stood for Dominator.
But I'm not a dominator. I'm a lover, not a fighter. You know.
You don't Never mind. We're gonna get us into a whole.
But I like Dom. Dom is a little bit more suggestive in a sense. So I like that one. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But I'm looking forward to this conversation. Everybody, I want y'all to chime in on this thing. We live on Facebook. We live on the couch. We live on, on my page. We're live on YouTube. So if y'all tuning in from YouTube, we getting all those comments all in one. So, I'm ready for this one right here.
Okay. Well, I've been waiting all day. This is exciting.
Amped, Jack. You got me amped on this one.
I'm excited.
You got me amped on this one right here, man.
The thing is that these are conversations that we all have behind closed doors all the time. Yeah, and it's just taboo, I guess, to mention it out in public, to talk about what you think your own rating is. You never hear people say, I think I'm this. I mean, that's a rare conversation.
Right.
And I also think it puts you in a vulnerable place to open yourself up and give yourself a rating to yourself, to your friends, and then to the general public.
Right. Absolutely. So before we get started, we're going to give people a back cursor or a precursor to what we're going to be talking about. We were talking about the video that went viral, right? With the young lady and the man on the show, and she rated herself a 5 or what have you, and all that. We're going to get into that. I don't know the full backstory. I listened to it, but I still can't tell you what it was truly like about, but I got the premise of it, right?
I can.
Mm-hmm. So what we did was we sent it out for research purposes only, people. So I sent a message to some people on my friends list that I have had limited contact with, so they didn't have a biased opinion in a sense. So I asked them, what do they rate me 1 to 10 just on looks alone, not personality, what they've seen on social media, whatever the case may be, just strictly on looks. And y'all will be surprised the numbers that I was getting. So, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that.
Would we be surprised though? Why would we be surprised?
Yeah, y'all would be surprised.
Everybody's different.
Huh?
What I realized when we did this experiment is that I literally had to keep reminding myself that everybody is different, right? With the range of numbers that you get, people are attracted to different things. That's what makes this more fun.
Right.
It's just a moment of really having to pull yourself back once you start getting even agitated.
Right.
Some of the numbers. And you literally have to say, wait a minute, different people like different things.
And I didn't take offense to the numbers, you guys.
I did.
So I was like, damn, like, am I really? But again, perception is not my reality; it's their
That's right.
reality. You know what I mean? So, do we want to talk about those numbers right now?
Hold
Do
on.
we want to
Thank
talk
you.
about?
Thank you, Shamara. Shamara said that I was missed. She's so sweet. Thank you. So I missed y'all.
Fire Red is in the building.
I'm sorry, but I was just saying I miss this. I miss Dameon, and I miss, we call each other once in a while. I think maybe once a week we touch base, and we just exchange. You know, we miss this.
Yeah. The couch is always going to be that.
Yeah. So
there's love there.
I missed it.
You know what you're gonna get, or you don't know what you're gonna get.
No, that's the point.
So we're gonna play this. So again, you guys, we're talking about rating, and what would you rate yourself? That was kind of like the polling question, in the post today, and that's just piggybacking off of the video that went viral. I forgot the dude's name. For me, it's like so insignificant about. And I think he was doing it for clout, or I think is that like his personality in a sense?
I don't know his name. I don't know anything about the show. I will say once I saw this segment, I had a friend of mine message me some other shows that he's done, even with men. I mean, it's not like he's discriminatory and trying to, get on women in a negative way. I think this is just the persona of the show. This is just, he's like we like to use Wendy Williams as a personality to compare. He's like a male Wendy Williams, but way more harsh and way more in your face. Okay, Wendy Williams is direct. She gives her opinion, but she still does it in a respectful way. He's way more in your face. It seems like he's less interested in coming across respectful, and he's just dishing it how he sees it. And so, whenever you're ready, I will tell you the backstory on the clip.
Go ahead. Even though it's
y'all.
I ain't got my cup with me, but yeah, let's get into it. Yeah. I'm gonna need that. So if y'all see me step away from the screen while Jackie is talking, just best believe I'm, serving myself.
Okay, y'all. So fortunately, the great thing is I'm doing this on my laptop. So my notes from his actual statements are next to the screen. So I can see things that he actually said. So let's just say this. He's got to be closer to 50. I believe he said he was about 50. I know he's got to be at least 50. And so as a 50-year-old man, he's talking to I don't know, maybe she was a 30-something-year-old woman. I don't think she was in her 20s. I think she's a younger middle-aged woman. And he asked the woman basically what she's looking for. Why is it that she called into the show? And she was looking for advice, dating advice. She was saying, I make good money. I make 6 figures. I have a dog grooming business. I have one child. I have been making 6 figures for a few years, but I'm looking for a 6-figure guy who is basically a 10. Okay, basically in her mind, she's looking for a guy who is, for all practical purposes, a 10. And so he starts the conversation trying to get to her in a sense of, what do you look at yourself as in terms of believing that you can obtain someone like this realistically? And then he has to eventually just ask her flat out, what do you rate yourself? She hesitated a little, and then she said, I rate myself a 5, but a 6 with makeup. And he gets into ma'am.
Stop right there. She said a 5.
She did.
When I heard that, I was like, even if you think that, you don't want to put that out there like that. Like that already put me in therapist mode. Like, okay, lower self-esteem, the confidence level, the money, the 6-figure income, all these things that she's accomplished is a facade to cover over, what she thinks about herself. All right, go ahead.
No. That's fine. That's the first thing I thought too. And the next thing I thought is, damn, after this goes viral, any chance she had maybe of attracting that type of dude, he will see this and he'll be immediately turned off, and she'll become a 3 in his mind. That's what I was thinking. Y'all, is Dameon's screen frozen?
Yeah, I think we're back. All right, there we go. 5G.
Okay.
No, I don't believe in 5G.
Okay. So yeah, he that's what I was thinking, that any man that really looked at her perhaps in a way where he was interested may lose interest, because I believe that, you can attest to this, men aren't y'all mainly, beside aesthetics, attract to confidence.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I agree that hers was lacking.
So I mean, like, just based off of that, and I want to dive into this conversation. And I want you guys, we're gonna talk to each other, we're gonna talk to y'all. I see you guys' comments as they're coming in. Some people said that they definitely agree. She rated herself, what she rated herself, they saw it as low self-esteem.
Yeah.
And some people felt bad for all those things. And I wanted to have this conversation about, men versus women, the perspectives that we have in it, and it could be different. Some of the things that I might say may rub y'all the wrong way, but you know what? It's after 5. You're gonna get the after 5, Damon. I really
We
don't
live after
care.
5.
In a sense, we live. So I wanted to talk about, like, the difference between men and women, and from my perspective, and Jackie, you can definitely let me know your perspective as far as relationships and what we look for, right? So as a man, we don't care about how much money you make. It's cool, but because of our ego, sometimes we're not necessarily looking for someone to make it a power couple. I think that's more of a female ideology. Like, she wants to be on the same level as her guy. We team up. We're a power couple. Men not necessarily looking for that. If it happens, cool. If we build together, cool. But I don't. Most guys will probably agree that they don't want to come into a situation to where it's almost like a friendly competition, almost like she got her thing, I got my thing. We're just doing like this. We want someone that's going to almost need us, in a sense, as far as long-term relationship, as far as a wife is concerned.
So you want someone
Going
to
into
be.
a situation, we want to feel wanted. We want to feel like we're adding something to their life. If you got everything, like, what's my purpose? You
Okay.
understand what I'm saying? So
Okay, well, we would like to hold on, because I have to get into what you said, because now I got to ask a question.
go ahead, let's go.
Men say, if you got everything, what do we add? What do you see as us having everything? Because I'm asking because I have a good job, I have my own house, but I need love. I need love and affection and the emotional security of a confidant, and someone I can communicate with and feel comfortable. And when I say security, I want someone I can constantly pour into, who pours into me in that way.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. But we're not the norm, in a sense. Our emotional intelligence is a little bit higher than your average person, right? So most guys, and like Ryan, good shout out to Ryan Jarrell chiming in. We don't care about it though. We want the security, in a sense. Our security and your security is a little bit different. Your security as far as financial, emotional, all those things. We want security to know that you're going to be there. The loyalty, the trustworthiness, all of those things. Are you going to be able to build us a home? Are you going to be that peace? You know what I mean? Like, for most guys, especially when you got your shit together, you know what I'm saying? You're not looking at how much money she make, what she does. You want her to be able to be walking in her purpose, in a sense. You don't want someone that didn't graduate high school and you got a PhD. You know what I'm saying? Like, on that level, in a sense, but at least something comparable to where she's walking in her own purpose, walking in her passion, and y'all building something together collectively. But
So let me ask this to clarify for women, because I'm asking for y'all ladies. I mean, I'm asking because we have this conversation amongst ourselves a lot. And now, since it's out here in the open, I would like to know if you could tell me and us, the general public, the top 3 characteristics that you believe men hone in on the most and look for in a potential partner. What would you say these 3 things are, based on your personal opinion?
So that's for everybody.
Yeah, you're just speaking for men in general right now because you're the man here and I'm the woman. So your personal
Yeah,
opinion,
make
honey.
sure y'all chime in. Make sure y'all like and share this so y'all can get y'all friends in on this so we can have this
Oh yeah,
open
make sure
dialogue.
y'all share this because I want more. We're
Yeah,
gonna get into the juicy stuff
make
in a
sure
minute,
y'all
but
share this right here.
mhm.
But for me, top 3, you have to have some type of drive about you.
Ambition.
Whatever that is, whatever you're ambitious about, you know, I'm with that. Definitely, I'm not going to be this quote unquote guy that says looks aren't important to me because they are.
It's the first thing y'all are attracted to, is it not?
That's the first thing. We're
Aesthetics
visual
is number
creatures.
one.
Aesthetically, I need to be attracted to you. You can have everything else in the book, but if I'm not physically attracted to you, we're not going to work. That, and I'm
Okay.
pretty sure most guys will tell you that we don't get in relationships, and that's the difference between men and women. Y'all look at you, you'll be like, okay, he's not a looker, but he treats me well. He's loyal. He does X, Y, Z. All right, I'm gonna take that right there because the cute
Yeah.
guys are the players, the ones that got the other chicks going on, the drama, all these things. Y'all just really want someone that's going to be there for you, provide that security like you talked about, And if he's good in bed, okay, but that's like a plus. The looks and sex is like a plus in a sense. But for us, looks is like number one because one, we have an ego. And if someone is on our arm and if they're not matching our fly, that's a reflection on us.
Ryan said a man will
Y'all would
never
rather
say
have a
that.
Build-A-Bear. Y'all would have a Build-A-Bear. I'm gonna build him up to where I want him to be versus a guy says she needs to be already put together in her own shit, and then I can go ahead and snag that up. Right or wrong?
Okay, let me just first of all, Negro, to get real. I'm about to get real here. So the thing is, I don't believe we set out to prove that point of, hey, we'll just take somebody who's subpar, aesthetically. Some of us women actually have higher standards aesthetically. I know that I'm probably one of them. Okay. I step into a room, I'm already eyeing the height.
Right.
I'm eyeing his confidence level. I'm eyeing how many women is he talking to in the room. All right. I posted something today. I mean, let me just make it perfectly plain and clear that a woman never wants a man who is eyeing every single woman. We find it immediately unattractive, right? So you could be the cutest dude, most handsome dude, tallest dude, most built dude. If you're around the room with every woman, you done. In my book, we've already looked at you, looked at each other, not shaking our heads and said, move on. So that don't matter. Number two, I ain't just settling for a 4 because he does everything else great, consistent, and he's a nice person. Now, I will own up to the fact that I have had boyfriends going all the way back to teenage years that my friends did not think that was that cute. My friends did not think they were attractive. My friends are like, what are you doing?
Right.
And the dude was funny. The funny shit gets me every time. I mean, even Kevin Hart's woman said he was funny. He was shorter than me, but he was funny. And honestly, humor is important to me and it lifts me. And I look for humor in the individual that I'm talking to because I'm funny. And I want to be able to sit with somebody who can go back and forth. And to me, the vibe, that's the vibe.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I definitely agree. Vibe is very important. We don't have to have the same likes or things like that, but at least some foundational things that we agree upon or that we like together. And that's the reason why we came together. We had something that we mutually liked about each other or that we did that brought us together. I'm just looking at some of the comments. And let me respond to this one. Rhonda, I wasn't talking about building him up as far as his finances and all those things. I was mainly talking about aesthetics. Maybe he was okay, but his wardrobe wasn't up to par. You know what I'm saying? Like he was still wearing some oversized jeans or some plaid shirts. You know what I'm saying? And the dress part, you know what I'm saying? He didn't dress the part. You be like, okay, girl, like if I can get him to rock this right here, let me let him grow that beard out a little bit, keep this line straight, he'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of thing. That's what I mean, like about building up.
Okay, let me respond. Let me respond to that because I'm dead. Listen, you're talking about spirit. So when it when it comes to fashion, okay, y'all, look, let me not lie, okay? So here's the thing, okay? So I could work with somebody, meaning you got to have the basics there, right? You got to have the foundation of common sense. I got a fan on down here, y'all, because I'm hot because of these lights. So my hair is blowing.
I thought you was going through that period.
No, not yet. It's the lights. I got lights. I'm trying to be
all
time
right,
here. So, all right. So listen. So you got to have the basic foundation of you like to put an outfit together and you kind of know how to color coordinate. Okay. If you can't do that, my attention is off you. I'm looking at if you have a tie on, how the tie is done. Are you clean cut? I'm kind of paying attention to whether your suit fits you and if you have white sweat socks with dress shoes. And I can't take that. So that's not something I can work with. That's like a foundational issue. There's a crack in your damn foundation. I can't.
and of course, again, we got Ryan Jarrell, and Ryan Jarrell, he's always on point with the dress. So dress always matters. I totally agree with that. Even in your relax, you know what I'm saying? Even when you relax, can you still, you know what I'm saying, get that double take, get that double look when you're walking in with a jogging suit or whatever. You don't have to be in a 3-piece or whatever.
I look for that. No, I look for that. I look for
flexibility.
The swag is his ability to put stuff together based on his own personality. I have become more open in my older years of being more keen to receive different people's sense of style, but still something about it has to speak to me. And that can turn a guy who kind of looks like a 5 into a 7.5 for me. And so if the personality is there, he can take himself to an 8.5 or a 9. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So there's the basic looks, then there's confidence and humor. And then he can take himself up in my book with that.
Question. What's the lowest number you would be willing to go as far as a potential partner, significant other, someone to date? What's the lowest number?
Their looks?
Just based on looks, yes.
A 6.
A 6? Okay.
I could work with a 5 potentially if he was all the things in a personality that I liked. When you get into 4s to me and below, they're not taking care of themselves and they just don't have the confidence to carry themselves in the way that's going. Like, look, I believe we're going to get to this in a minute, because I want us to get to our numbers of what we think we are, right? But if I think of all right, I'm just saying, if I think of myself as up here and you down there as a damn 4, I can't elevate you 5 more steps on my own. I'm not a magician. So all I want to do is add to what you got. I can't take you the other half of the way.
So let's get back to this video. So she rated herself a 5, a 6 with makeup when she's all dolled up. If you got to go through all that and you only go at 1 point, that's a problem. That means you just need to don't even make yourself up. Just stay at that 5, because you're doing yourself a disservice by putting on lashes and going through this whole metamorphosis.
Oh yeah, that was
1 point.
That was it. That's what he said.
Yeah, like you can't do that. So let's talk about these numbers. Let's talk about these numbers. All right.
Okay.
So you want me to go first, or you gonna go first?
You go first, and then I'll go.
All right. So I hold, and I just shot it to random friends. No one that I've been in a relationship with that would be totally biased and rate me a 10. Because I'm just that phenomenal. But I got some numbers. I did get a few 10s, which I don't believe. I think they lying too. I think they got some ulterior motives in there. Which is the reason why they gave me a 10. They probably trying to, shoot their shot by saying that. But anyway, I digress on that. But the lowest I've gotten so far was a 5.5 and a 6.
Somebody gave you a 5.5?
I got a 5.5, but when I averaged it out in my head, it was about an 8 to an 8.5.
Okay, when you averaged out everything? Because
I got a couple of 9s. I got mostly 8s though.
Okay.
I
Okay.
I can deal with that. Like,
Okay.
everybody got something. Nobody's a 10. We all got shit that we got to work on. But I can accept that from other people. But for me, like, I already know I'm the shit. Like, that's just a thought process. Now, whether you believe I'm the shit or not, that's totally on you. But for me and my motivation and my abilities and things that I bring to the table, I just feel like I'm the shit. Like,
Okay.
and that's different from the video with the girl, and she was just like, just because she has money, that should automatically take her up here, and that's totally not the case.
Yeah. Actually, I would like to say something aside from my rating first, and I'll give my rating and the the little research that I did. I want to say that I want to respond to someone in the comments that there's a few people in the comments that basically said they can't work with. I know Quentin said he can't work with a 456. I know Q from college, and I know how he feels about these damn numbers, and that's why I wanted him to be watching tonight, because I wanted his 2 cents. He feels, and we're going to get into something he told me in a little bit about numbers and dudes and what they look for and shit like that. But listen, so my thing is, the reason why I said I would accept a 5 is because, let me tell you something. At 38 years old, I spent many years of my adult life starting at 18, and I started up at the 8s. Okay? I started up at the 8s. The 8s were attainable for me.
Right.
The 8s were not challenging to connect with or obtain relationship with. 8s were not that far out for me. Okay, 8.5, 9s, 10s. That wasn't a big deal for me. The thing is that the personalities of these damn 8, 9s, and 10s in my 38 years have turned me off to being that shallow, to staying with that number range. I just can't do it anymore. Look, I'm just saying, I'm looking for a life partner. A life partner, however you want to view that. Marriage, non-marriage, non-traditional relationship, whatever. I'm looking for a life partner, goddammit. I want someone with a certain type of personality that's going to be loyal, that's going to make me laugh and lift me when I need to be lifted. That is not always going to be an 8, 9, damn 10. So that is something that I understand. Now, some people just have their standards, D, and they just want to stick with what they want, and that's fine. But I've had to step out of that shallowness for myself. And that is not, that 8, 9, 10 dude, he's not as appealing to me as the 7 dude who's low key in the corner of the room and waits for me to catch his attention and makes me laugh the rest of the night.
I totally agree with that.
6 or that 5.
It's a fine line between being that 7 and that 8, 9, 10 guy. Like you said, that 7 guy knows his flaws for the most part, because they've been raised to his attention. So he may have a little lower self-esteem in a sense, but still confident in a sense. And when I'm speaking this because I would say I'm that 7 dude, although I don't claim to be a 7, but like, I'm not that, all right, I'm going hunting. You know what I mean? Like, if I go out and about, I'm that dude that's chilling in the cut. And if we spark a conversation, we cross paths or whatever. But I'm not going out of my way to show you what I got and what I'm doing and what I'm wearing and all this stuff. I'm low key, right? So what do you think?
Oh, my rating.
Is the difference? This is the question.
Oh, okay. And then I'm gonna give my rating.
Yeah, let's do that first. Go ahead and do that first. Let's put you on the spot.
Okay.
Let's go.
My average was 8.5.
Okay.
That was my average. Two dudes gave me a 7.5. And I was not broken over that. But I will not be talking to them as often.
That's fucked up, Jackie. That's fucked up. That's their perception.
I was like, what? I know that. I mean, I'm joking, but it was a little humbling. I kind of was like,
I mean, it is what it is. Like, and the people that gave me 7s and 6s, like, we still gonna be good.
I mean, we're good in theory. You can eat, just not at my fucking table.
That's fucked up.
Like, 7 point what?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so cool. So that was, I'm glad we did that though, because like I told you before this, it's just a humbling experience. I mean, everybody has a different opinion. I'm not one person's 7 is another person's 9 and 9.5.
Right.
So I'm not dating these people. These are people that have expressed no romantic interest in me, probably because they think I'm a damn 7.
Mine was, I said based on looks. I said nothing about
it is. I
personality, all of that stuff. So, all right. So my next question. And
okay.
speaking, just going back to the video in a sense, it goes along the lines with that. My observation, just being out here, you normally, if you see a average looking female, right?
A 5.
A 5. You hardly ever are gonna, as another woman, see her with a dude that you would probably say, okay, damn it, he's a 9, 10. Like, I don't care who's judging, he's just fine as fuck. Right? You hardly ever gonna see that. You can be like, no, that don't happen. If it does, it's rare.
Dang. I will be honest, a celebrity couple that I cannot get over with that. I'm sorry.
Common.
But I always think about this. Denzel Washington and Pauletta Pearson, his wife. Denzel Washington is a 9. His wife, I believe, is like a 6. She's not, I just don't find her, like, I don't know, something about her face is masculine to me, like Grace Jones-ish. And then
did you ever look at like younger photos of her?
Okay, younger photos, she does look much more soft. Like she looks softer.
Right. So that's what he saw. And they just grew. Like,
well, that was the guy on the video said that too. He said, listen, because these are some of the points that some of the points that he made. Yeah. He said that if you see a 10 dude with a much lower number, like average woman, she was with his ass from the beginning. And she came up with him and they grew together and they built something together. But you will not see a 10 dude just going out here and scraping up. Sorry, y'all, but picking up. Scraping up an average.
Right. Scraping up a 5. It's just not going to happen. And
sorry, y'all, but that's what he was saying.
And if he does do that, best co-believe is strictly sexual. Y'all tell me if I'm lying. If you see a fine dude, you're probably not going to see him with the average looking chick out on a date. He'll probably smash. He'll probably go over to the crib or she come to his, but there's no development of a relationship if he's a 10 and she's a 5. Now, adversely, flip side, the woman could be a 10 and the dude could be a 5. But what's the equalizer with that? You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
Pardon my French, you guys. Again, this is after hours. We're talking about pussy and we're talking about money, right?
What did you say?
Pussy and money, right? Because most dudes that got the money, if they didn't have that money, you know damn well they wouldn't be with those particular type of women, the 9s, the 10s, and they're a 5. Let's just call a spade a spade.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Money makes you look a little bit better, a whole lot better in some cases. If you saw Jay-Z walking down the street, you probably wouldn't look at him twice.
Why does everybody use Jay-Z as an example?
Because he's a perfect example.
Let me tell you something. If I saw Jay-Z walking down the street and I knew his ass was Jay-Z, I still wouldn't think he was that cute. He would never be a GD10 to me. I don't care how many billions of dollars he has. I would never, attraction is a major thing for me, Dame. Mm-hmm. Attraction, I would have to say on the level of like a dude.
Right.
Attraction is important to me.
Right.
I have to feel sexual connection, meaning he has to be aesthetically appeasing to me immediately. Or he has to have grown on me for a long period of time.
And I told a friend earlier today, I was like, they said beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, but I need to be holding someone that I'm physically attracted to. I don't give a damn what you say. Beauty is skin deep, all this stuff. But at the end of the day, when I'm laying next to you, I need to be attracted to you. Right. Not the made up person, not the one that's kicked up with the makeup and the lashes and all that. What do you look like when you roll over in the morning? That's what I base my rating off of.
Okay.
Anybody can look good dolled up.
Okay. So let me tell you the next point he made. He said an average looking woman who is older with a kid is not as appealing to a high earning man as a single woman with no children in any category. So whatever number she is, let's just say she's also a 5 and she's single. So he's saying your counterpart, ma'am, okay, is another 5 with no kid and yeah, no kid, and she a 5. So she's automatically more appealing. What do you think about that, Dane? He was very serious about that part.
I agree.
She's less. Oh, okay. So you feel that way even though you have kids?
Even though I have kids, so what you're saying is that a woman that does not have kids versus a woman that have kids, the rating goes down because she has kids.
Yeah, he said.
And they look the same.
No, Dame. Remember, let's keep it in perspective. Remember, she's talking about she want a 6-figure dude.
Because I don't want to say the wrong thing, and I don't want y'all coming after me.
Yeah. No, it's okay. She says she wants a 10 that's a 6-figure earner or above. And so
kids. She gonna need a 6-figure earner. If she got 5 kids, she's gonna need that. She's gonna need that money. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
He's just saying, no, it's fine. He's just saying, hey, listen, ma'am. He kept calling her ma'am. You're not listening, ma'am. Okay. If you want a 6-figure or higher earner, and it's you or another woman who's a 5 or above with no kids, it's gonna be her. He's gonna choose her over you anytime because you have baggage.
But everybody has baggage.
Yeah, he's talking about the kid though. He's saying a 6-figure and higher, a higher earning man does not want that. That's not appealing to him. He's thinking about the drama. He's thinking about the kid's father. He's thinking about all of that balancing.
I didn't necessarily agree with that because I mean, like you said, I got kids, so any situation I'm coming into, if she got 2 kids, I got 2 kids. We just gonna have a little Brady bunch. You know what I'm saying? We both got a little bit of baggage that we bring to the table. So I mean, if she fine, and then you're talking about the one that doesn't have kids and she just more average, like I'm still gonna go with the final one.
Okay.
That's just
all right.
No sense to me.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
He said, men do not care about your money. That's what Ryan said. He said, ma'am, ma'am, you're not listening, ma'am. Okay, I'm trying to help you.
I don't care about that. I don't care.
Men don't care about money. We care about you being older and having kids and looking average.
So, answer this question, or this. Tell me if this is a true statement or not. The dude, in order for the relationship to be effective or work, the dude has to be more in love with the woman.
You're asking me my personal opinion?
Yeah. And I want the opinion of everybody that's watching out here. The dude has to love the woman more than she loves him in order for the relationship to.
Let me try to speak on this in a way where it makes clear sense and I'm not rambling. All right, because this is a complex issue that's also not so complex at the same time. Women. Okay, honey, good job. Good job, counselor. Women are naturally driven by emotion. If you can appeal to a woman's emotional needs, you will have her. Most likely, no matter where you are on the scale, you could even start out as a 5 and she say, I would never F with a 5. And she'll wind up effing with that 5 and he'll wind up being an 8.5 in her mind by the time he has appealed to her emotional needs and filled her voids. Okay. With women, we tend to attach everything to emotion.
Yeah.
As attractive as you are, oh, he's cute. By the second day, oh, I like him. He's funny. By the third day, no, I can see the potential. I don't hear men talking like that. I don't hear that. So the reality is, whether you agree with it or not, women are more prone to fall in love quicker and easier than a man because it's in our nature. I believe.
Right. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. And that's if the attraction is mutual in a sense. I'm talking about long haul. in a sense, because you said it earlier. If you get that 8, 9, 10 guy, he's used to the females coming at him. You know what I'm saying? It may be more difficult for him to say no. You know what I'm saying? Because he gets it on a regular basis. So if the guy is more into you than you are him, then he's going to be a little bit more loyal in a sense. I mean, it just makes sense versus you, because originally, like, we're the hunter, right? We're the go-getter. But if you're the more aggressor and you're doing all these things to get us, it's almost like we don't want that.
I think we have to be careful. Women have to be more careful with over giving. Okay. Y'all, I need y'all to bag up some of this emotional shit that you got. You gotta bag it up. You cannot give it all at once. It's like Santa.
Right.
If Santa walked in the room and dumped the fucking bag out and dumped this shit all over the floor, you'd be like, what the hell's going on? Santa hands out one gift at a time, baby. Okay. He elongates that process. It's all wondrous and marvelous. The kids like it, one thing after the next. Who gets the next toy? I don't know. That's what men like, baby. Once they feel like the chase is gone, they trying to chase somebody else because they need to feel they can chase. Men drive stick shift cars. Men jump out of airplanes. Men do all kind of things for a thrill. Men drive fast cars just so they can drive fast and be challenging someone next to them. So I think we just have to learn, yes, I believe in theory. The man should have more genuine eagerness to love the woman because the woman's will continue to go on, sometimes regardless of his behavior, right? But men are turned off very easily. Once you turn a man off emotionally, you done. Whether he's there or not, he's teleported, his brain is teleported out. That's what I believe. So
and I guess the more we become, inclusive and equality and all those things, and women having money and having these titles, CEOs and owning businesses, because that's non-traditional in a sense. That's more of like over the last maybe 20, 30 years, it's kind of been like that. Women have become more prominent in those particular roles. It's going to be more difficult because there are not as many guys that's at that higher echelon in that 1% or that 2% that you're looking for in your standards. And he needs to make this, and he needs to be 6 feet tall, and needs to be light skinned, he needs to be college educated, and needs to have all this and that. The higher you go up, the more stringent your requirements become, which means you're going to have less of a selection if you're not open-minded.
I've never been someone that sought out someone that did certain things or that was in a certain tax bracket. That's not how I was raised. I don't believe in that. I believe in the essence of what will create a long-term situation. And I do, but don't get me wrong. I want to be with someone who's college educated, who is ambitious, at least in their own right for themselves. Because now I'm at a point where, with myself, I'm setting goals, I'm reaching them, I'm going higher. I'm setting goals, I'm reaching. I at least want to see somebody who's moving with me energy-wise towards what they want.
Energy-wise, and not necessarily level, but motivational-wise, and the ambition that you're putting out. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Totally different levels. Go ahead.
I don't mind making more money than you. Let's just say this. All right, so let's take, for example, and then maybe you can give an example. Let's take, for example, like I do the thing every month on Fox, right? So there's that. If I meet somebody, and to me, that is a top level of my career that I have achieved that in my mind, right? But I still want to go further. If I meet someone who's not at the top level in his career and really where he wants to be, that's okay with me if all the needs are fulfilled. If he wants to be a photographer and he wants to start by taking my picture every damn weekend, hey, let's do it together. Okay. Look, I'm gonna give you the face. You're gonna have what you need. You're gonna have the material. So let's do it together. I just want you to be ambitious enough to initiate that shit on your own. Hey, I want to know if we can do this together. You can pose for these pictures. I'll do this, and then I'll fix them up, and I'll get my website going. That's ambition to me. I'm not turned off to that because he's starting at a lower level of what his goals are. So I'm okay with that. And just for anybody to know, I will accept having my picture taken at any point.
Anytime, anywhere, Jackie is ready to take these goddamn pictures. That's just how she. But I mean is that the norm? Like, it's definitely not an average. I guess what society puts out there. We're talking about social media and things like that. In these conversations that we're having, most women want that guy already to be at a certain space.
I think so too.
And I think it's, maturity level, but also you're looking at age. I mean, I'm 41. Chronologically, you would hope to be at some space where you've achieved something by the time you're 40. You see what I'm saying? And if you hadn't, I'm like, okay, at least something. I'm not saying that you had to get like this grand gesture or this grand accomplishment, but did you graduate college? Did you, do your first investment? Did you do something? Yeah, have you done shit? You know what I mean? Like, besides date a whole bunch of people, or you know all the sexual positions, but you ain't got a position in the company. You know what I mean? I want both of those.
Hey, you caught me.
I always do. I don't even know what we're
talking about anymore.
You never know. You never know what's going to come up. But I mean, how important is your perspective on yourself and self-esteem versus the society that we live in now, where it's more so of a look at me? When we post pictures, although we say it's not for other people, it is. Otherwise, you wouldn't post them. So, what's that balance? What is that supposed to look like? Versus how you view yourself versus how others view you.
Oh, now are you asking me to tell you how important it is for me and how others view me?
Mm-hmm.
I think this also has to do with what I'm doing now. Okay. Before I was on the news, I wasn't so, you know what I mean? I wasn't paying attention to photos as much.
Right.
I wasn't keen on putting out so many photos. But now I'm literally in the media arena. When we were doing the show, that's when I started becoming, the lighting and all that. That's when I had to say, all right, let me work on my makeup. Let me make sure my hair is right every single time we do this, because the reality is, we have to literally present ourselves on a platform. And, I'm going to present myself properly. So now I just have to work harder at it. So honestly, with what I do professionally and every day, this has become more important to me and what I do. As far as for dating and things, I don't get made up to go out and kick it the way I do for the news. I honestly don't feel like I'm a woman who needs a whole lot to present myself nicely. Okay. My skin is clear. I don't need a lot to pack on there. And then I do use concealer and like mascara often, because I'm always having these dark circles. But aside from that, I'm just kind of like presenting how I am. And then I wear sweats and wedge sneakers everywhere. I prefer that over heels, but I am very comfortable in that being my authentic presentation. And so I would say that the looks are important with what I do, but in my day-to-day life, I feel like my personality will top off any situation, any dating situation. My personality is usually the indicator of where I go with the relationship. And I'm confident enough to say that. I think most dudes who date me, who actually see me as somebody they want to be with, they see some stuff with my personality that is rare to them, right? They like it. It's refreshing. The energy, whatever you want to call it, the humor, the energy, the fact that I can make fun of myself and other people. We cackle like we just cool. And I think a lot of women, honestly, Dame, a lot of Black women lack that too, because they got themselves on this pedestal where they don't, we could get into that, but they often don't want to come down to just have a good time.
Right.
And so
let your hair down. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see the uptight. I don't want to see the pinky finger and all that. Like,
I know what you like to see, the messy ponytails. We've talked about that on the show.
What you say? What I like?
You said you like the messy ponytails, baby. You said, look, let it down. You said, look,
messy buns, all that.
Your hair all messed up. I want to see how it's gonna look when I play in it. That's what you said.
Just give me enough. You don't even gotta have a whole lot. Just enough for me to grab. You saw that face just now. You know, my lips tighten up, or just enough. Just, but you know, hey, if I can't reach the hair, I can reach the back of the neck. It's okay. It's all right.
Okay. Somebody asked me about choking today.
And what did you say, Jackie? What did
somebody
you say,
asked
Jackie?
me. Somebody I was talking to asked me, would I mind being choked? And I said, let's go back to this episode of The Castle.
Just watch that episode.
Dameon had both his hands around my neck, like so. And Dameon was telling y'all, did y'all watch that episode where Dameon was showing the proper way to choke a woman during sexual contact?
It's a technique. You can't just go straight to the.
How do you do it, Dame? How do you put your hands? How do you do your hands?
Do it on the sides. Apply
Can you show them like this? You mean? Like this?
Yeah. You don't want to choke off the airway.
No, we don't want to kill her.
Just want to make her feel like she about to die. But yo, how do we get on this conversation? Like, for real? And everybody, I blame y'all because y'all are egging on this conversation right now. Talking about, oh, I love that. I'm all for the choking.
She said, as long as there's a safe way, he said, bring her back.
Right, Ken. I like that. I like that. Bring her right back.
I can't.
Let her catch that deep breath. That one right there. Just let her catch that deep breath, and it's okay.
Are you being serious? Are you being serious?
What?
You actually, is that how it works? Like you're supposed to, what's the purpose of doing it? Like, what does it do for men? Come on, tell me. What does it do for men? Why do men like to put their hands on a woman's throat?
It's a control thing. It's a dom type thing. But for women, it's more of that submissive and near-death experience. You know, when you have a near-death experience, you get a little bit. I don't want a near-death experience while someone's. It's an aphrodisiac almost to almost die, almost, but you can control it. You can control the dude is controlling whether you live or die, and then he lets you live. You be like, oh my God, he loves me. He took me to the edge, but he pulled me back in.
Do you see these people in
therapy? Everybody talking about submission. You know what I'm saying? It's a dominating thing. You know what I mean? And we can switch. We can switch. We can reverse it a little bit.
If you got a 5.
Oh, a 5 is getting. She's gonna be gasping for air.
Because she's a 5, you're gonna make her gasp for air.
It doesn't matter a 5 or a 10. They all getting it.
I'm saying if she's a 5 and she goes along with the submission shit, if she's on board with whatever you want sexually, does that take her number up? Be honest. Let's keep it real. Listen, y'all, I want y'all to chime in the comments. I want to know what people think, right?
No. For me, I'm gonna let y'all comment. The more freaky you are, does that bump your number up a little bit? I'm gonna say as a guy, no, you still gonna be a 5 because I'm looking at you while we're doing these things. While we're doing all these freaky things and you're a 5, you still gonna be a 5 just because you can grind the pepper a little bit better. You know what I'm saying?
Who raised you? You think you crazy? You sound like you so country. You can grind the pepper.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like you can grind the pepper. That don't mean that's gonna take you up. You still gonna be a 5 at the end of the day because I mean it's only but so much you can do sexually. I mean there is a cap. I mean unless you just way out there.
All right, listen, Dame. What can take a woman's number up? Seriously,
personality for one. Ambition, like we talked about before. Her ability to laugh and relax and just being herself. That's number one. Self-awareness, being herself and unapologetically her, regardless. Like I know I have a lot of friends, you know, that are 5s and 6s, you know what I'm saying? But I see them 7, 8 because of their personality and their ability, like, you know what? Yeah, my edge is not growing the way they should, and I'm all right with that. I'm gonna work on slicking these edges down and getting them back right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. You recognize that. You know, I know I don't have all the hips, or I don't have the ass, or my tits are sagging, or whatever the case may be, but they accept that. They accept all that.
You're so detailed. He said the tits are sagging.
But they accept those things. They don't just keep a bra on like they keep a bra on like the entire time when they're around you, because they don't want you to see like their tits are sagging. But it's like, like, be confident in your saggy titties or fix them.
This is funny. I used to think, when I was in my 20s, I used to think, I guess I would have rated myself much lower. I would have rated myself like a 5, because I was 5'2". I was a size 3. Like, I was a smaller B cup. Like, I just was small. But Jada Pinkett is small, like I was in college. That's exactly what I look like.
Right.
Because she's very skinny, actually. She's very skinny and small. So I didn't think it was appealing to Black men for me to be so small. Now, of course, after my son gave me
got a little cushion.
Whatever, the little bit of what I got back there, my baby gave it to me, and I'm grateful, forever grateful. And whatever.
So now you have a tush.
I'm just saying that I feel like, I really grew into my womanhood, so my number went up. But that's because my confidence went up.
Yeah.
Right. In reality, my number probably never shifted.
Exactly.
Most of that is in my head because I'm thinking that. Those are my thoughts. I'm projecting that outward. So if I thought of myself as a 5'6", I might have carried myself. I actually carried myself in a more quiet, to myself manner in college. It wasn't until I was getting out of college, like junior, senior year, that I really grew into my confidence.
Right.
And so with growing into my confidence, I don't give a damn. I'm 5'2". I don't have the biggest breasts. I don't have the biggest butt, but I'm in proportion to how I like to look. So I'm very confident with that. I work out, and my thing is to keep my body right and tight. And so as long as I'm doing that, in my mind, my number's high.
Exactly.
So I want to elevate right at a 7.5.
That's the thing, you guys. We're talking about internal and external confidence. What do you think about yourself when you look at yourself in the mirror? When you look at those roles, when you look at that, that extra love handle that wasn't there 5 years ago, or that extra chin that came, you see that right there? That's confidence right there. You're a bold woman to show your love handle.
Look, I mean, it is what it is. Okay?
Yeah.
I work out. It won't go nowhere. It is what it is.
And
somebody will love it.
The intern is what you think about yourself. The extern is the confidence that you get from other people. They're saying, "Oh, damn, you fine, or you look good, or your ass is big, or you got nice tits, or whatever the case may be." That's external. I'm an ass person, guys. I just am. It is. Everybody knows that. But you got to have something within, yourself that tells you, like, regardless of what everybody else thinks, I am this, because that's just what I am. But be able to accept your flaws. It's not a knock because you have a flaw, because everybody has flaws. Like, it is what it is. If you can fix it, fix it.
Dan.
Huh?
What do you rate yourself?
What I rate myself? I'll say a good 8.5.
I rate myself a 9.
Okay.
That's with everything. Think about everything, not just looks. Like everything about your personality and who you are.
Oh man, I'm out of this world, man. Like
on a 10 scale, bro. Lord have mercy. Do y'all see what I'm dealing with here?
But I mean, that's for me, but I don't project that to other people. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between being confident and just being straight up conceited, or just being a straight up asshole.
You don't project that?
Because you feel like you're the shit. You know what I'm saying? You just treat other people like shit. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I'm a very caring person. I think my personality speaks more than my looks do. So when I say I'm out of this world, it's because, you know what I'm saying, I'm a caring, I'm an empath, and I feel like I'm emotionally intelligent, so I'm able to tap into that. We can connect on that level. All that. I'm not just a handsome face and a nice size. Never mind. Keep going. What were we talking about?
I don't know. Porn? Is it time for that? I'm
I
sorry.
am more than the body part.
Into our next
more
talk.
than the body part.
Okay.
I am more than the body part.
You know, I don't really believe people look at me and think about my body parts. Like, I don't know if they do. I don't. I always see my personality as my major asset. Now I know my eyes are big, and that's what guys see first. I think they see my eyes first. In fact, I know people like. Okay, I think my smile. Okay, thank you. I need to know my smile and my eyes. I believe, and then I make a lot of facial expressions, so that often catches people.
Yeah, those organic facial expressions, because you can't hide shit.
No, I cannot. Somebody just told me that recently.
And no, Shamara, I'm not about to finish that statement.
What did she say?
Ken say he loving them tiger stripes. Yes, women, real men do love the tiger stripes. We do love. Y'all see it as a flaw and want to get all this moisturizer to, disappear those tiger stripes. We love that. Yeah, we love the tiger stripes, y'all. Like, keep them. This is hilarious.
Kid said lips. Like, what are you talking about? Are you talking about me, or are you just naming physical attributes? Are you talking about what sticks out with me? Is that what you're doing? Because
what you talking about?
He said lips. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, he was talking about you. He wasn't talking about my lips. He was talking about your lips. Oh my gosh.
Oh Lord.
So
okay.
Yeah, man, this is hilarious. So again, you guys, the question is, do you get into relationships? Do you date based on who likes you versus who you feel like you should be with or who you like? That's gonna be the question.
I date based on who I like.
Okay.
You know why? Because I can go out based on if they like me and they ask me, right? You could say that. But after one date, I already know if I like them and if I want to pursue the second. And I have never been a second date woman who sits on a second date just to pass time. I can't do it.
Yeah.
If I don't laugh, if your personality hasn't struck me in any kind of intriguing way where it has sparked my interest, we done. We don't need to go out again. So first, it could be what they, them liking me. I have gone out with many a dude that I didn't set out to want to even go out with. And then some of them got me.
Right. That goes back to me
saying. I looked at them as like sixes. And then after one date,
you more than you liked him.
Their confidence or their aggression towards me and interest attracted me.
Y'all hear that, guys? Y'all hear that? She giving out keys.
I'm just saying. Confidence and
keys, you know what I'm saying?
If you can make me laugh, it's a wrap. I'll wrap it up.
Do we need to do a couch dating episode and we're gonna link people and we're gonna put them on live?
Wait, maybe we should do like Steve Harvey does when he has the woman there and then three potentials.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do that, you guys. Look for that coming in 2021. We're gonna do the virtual dating game, the couch style. We're gonna do that. That's a dope idea. Don't y'all try to take this shit either.
I think it's gonna be fun. But you know what you know how we could do it? We could do it with psychologically psychologically appropriate questions, right? Like you could almost make it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Do that right before Valentine's Day, but before once we get out this shutdown, because we're gonna be shut down for a minute. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. We gonna connect some people on an emotional and mental level. Make sure that y'all mentally and emotionally compatible.
Are we qualified to do that? Dameon, are you certified in that shit? Or are you just
Hey, my license allows me to do a lot of things out here in these streets.
I might have found somebody I'm compatible with.
I
might have found somebody I'm compatible with.
We can always find somebody you're compatible with, but it's the other shit.
I can't always find somebody I'm compatible with. I can't. You can? You can always find somebody you're compatible with? Why are you looking like that? What are you trying to say, Dameon?
I ain't even gonna say it. I ain't even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not. I'm not. I'm
what
not.
You trying to say? Are you trying to say that I always have somebody?
You said it.
That doesn't mean I'm compatible with them. I mean,
well, there's some compatibility somewhere for them to get you, for you to get locked down.
It's not
choking. Even if it's for a moment.
It's not choking. I'll tell you that. That's not where we see eye to eye, goddamn.
Oh my goodness! Hey, that thing gonna change your life, girl. Ask them.
It'll end my damn life. It'll end my damn life. That is
close. You'll be really close. You'll have a new leash on life after that, because you won't have that near death experience, and you be like, yo.
I'm done. We're done.
I'm done.
This was good.
Yeah. I appreciate you guys chiming in, making this a fun little pop-up couch episode. You know how we do it here on the couch where the mental health matters. So we gonna talk, and we've been talking. We make it fun though. Like 2021.
It's what we do. I miss you.
Yeah, man. We gonna make it happen.
Okay, we'll have to do this again soon. Remember, we talked about doing a part 2 of the one that we did before. Do you remember what that was about? No?
Yeah, I do.
I don't.
I can pull it up. That's how I remember.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
We also need to come back and talk about my favorite topic.
Sex and porn.
Sex and porn!
Jackie loves talking about sex and porn, you guys.
I don't know why.
Again, Juicy J. Once Juicy J is in the building, you never know what you're gonna get. She's gonna come in here looking like the sexy school teacher with the messy bun. There it is, right there. Oh, ooh,
I'm ready to have a conversation about sex and porn.
Kill him with the shoulder.
Wait.
Yo, this is hilarious, man. I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation, you guys. Hopefully y'all are able to take some in between these jokes and everything. You know what I'm saying? There's still some real life, conversations and things that we deal with in everyday life and in relationships. So again, at the end of the day, you just be self-aware, like know who you are at the end of the day. If you're a 5, don't express you're a 5. Damn it. Don't do it. Because everybody else gonna treat you like a 3. We're gonna go a little bit lower. Yeah. Or less.
You might not even be on their scale anymore after you express that.
Yeah. If you're a 6 after you put on makeup, you're not a 5.
Honestly, yeah, when I tell you the dude said to her, he said, ma'am, he said, if you took off your he said, ma'am, he said, you weren't a 5 before all that, ma'am. If you were, you wouldn't need all that on.
True.
So basically, he's saying her number is lower than what he's saying it is. He's calling her a 3.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And he was very condescending and very abrasive.
Very rude.
Very rude. You know what I'm saying? He got the right person. And he did it in the right way because it's virtually. He probably wouldn't do that to somebody in their face. Definitely wouldn't do that to a dude.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either. But if you just watched her demeanor in the video for the few seconds that you saw it, you could just tell that she was she had lower self-esteem. I mean, just the way she sat with her shoulders and then her head moving around. I mean, I just read that as someone who did think highly of themselves. So she set herself up for that. But she knew what he was doing, Dame, because she watched his show. She was very eager to be on his show, so she already knew what he was coming with. She just wasn't ready to hear, I guess, what he was saying, the honest,
Right. I mean, if he's abrasive, rude, and honest and all that, like, that's her fault.
Yeah, but he was rude, but she set herself up for that. She walked into a landmine and just started stepping on explosions.
She got blown up.
He was like, ma'am, Ma'am.
But
Everywhere.
So again, the moral of this story is money ain't gonna get you a good dude.
Wah, wah. Okay. Point made.
Money not gonna get you good penis.
Sometimes let me be careful what I say. Sometimes
How is money gonna get? I mean,
sometimes it's the dudes with less money.
yeah, because that's all they got. That's all they got to get to. They gotta go over and above to make sure they, get round two. So if I ain't got no money, if I ain't got no crib, if I ain't really got nothing going, if your sex is whack and you ain't got no career, you're not building, if your sex is whack, just go ahead and give it up. Because you ain't got nothing to offer.
Interesting. If your sex is whack, go on and give it up. Dame.
If your sex is whack, you better have over 100 stacks.
Can I ask another question? This is off topic, but it's kind of on topic. I want to know, as a woman, what makes sex bad for a man? Be honest and try to say it in a way that, please.
I'm gonna be honest. There's not too much that you can do that'll make it bad. Now, there are some things, though. I'm not gonna say that. One, the lack of lubrication or wetness.
I knew you were gonna say that. I hear that.
If you're like I call it a dead F. If you just lay there and just take it. So if there's like no type of sounds or verbal expressions,
is this after the choking or
that you don't even get to the choking because it's just like nothing's working. Like she's dead already. You know what I mean? Like
dead, not dead on her, not DOA. Like, if it's a DOA,
yeah, like she's already dead. You know what I mean? Like so, definitely those two things. But that's about it.
Let me tell you what makes it bad for women.
Quiet is kept. I mean, like y'all already said, so I'm gonna just say it for y'all.
Go ahead.
Dudes will fuck almost everything. If you see a 350-pound chick, somebody knocking her off. Somebody doing it. I'm just saying.
That's somebody doing it. I'm gonna tell you what makes sex bad for women.
That's a whole list. I'm sure it's a whole list. Let's go with it.
Okay, let me just name a few things. When a man doesn't take his time, thank you. Go ahead. Are you really writing this down? When a man don't take his goddamn time, we don't like that. We don't want to feel rushed, like you're rushing to get to something. That also doesn't appeal to our emotions. And let me tell you something. If you're having sex with a woman and you're expecting a lot of movement and a lot of interest from her, you better appeal to those damn emotional needs while you're having sex with her.
Take your time.
If she thinks you're rushing it, she's gonna be DOA all of a sudden. All of a sudden, she's gonna be limbless, lifeless, and you're gonna be dateless. You will never see her again because she will want to erase that from a sorry to this man. Okay, she will want. She will want to erase your ass from her memory. Right. So if you're not taking your time, if she feels rushed, if she feels your attention is somewhere else, if y'all stop to answer the phone, check your phone, look at your phone, anything with your phone, if it even seems like you care that the phone is vibrating while you're having, I'm serious, these are things that women go through. What? If it even senses that you're concerned with who's calling on the phone, while you're in the act of trying to get her to a place or yourself to a place with her while you're inside her, it's an immediate turn off.
Right.
And everything will come to a close.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Literally and figuratively.
Yeah, that's bad sex.
If we're emotionally connected like that, I know when you're disconnected or detached from that moment that we're engaging. And when that happens, if you're detached for too long, you know what I'm saying, that'll impact me. You know, I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like, I don't even want to do it no more.
For me, lack of eye contact is an indication that I don't want to. If you don't want to look at me while you're inside me, you don't need to look at me at all.
That's right.
If you're going to be detached,
like this though.
I don't want. I don't want somebody staring at me, but some people don't make eye contact at all. They're literally trying to keep themselves blocked off from any emotion. And like I said, women, you have to appeal to our emotion to get what you need. And then just know this as we walk away from this conversation. If you're not appealing to a woman's emotional need, baby, you ain't getting your physical needs satisfied. Yeah. She's not going to want to perform oral sex if she feels like you're out to get things for herself, for yourself. She's going to feel like you're trying to use her. And even though you're trying to get what you want from the situation, just like you shouldn't call yourself a 5 out loud. All right. Just don't make it clear.
Don't make her feel like a dumping ground. Don't make her feel like that. I mean, in reality, she might be from your perspective, but don't make her feel like that. And I've heard that a lot. Like a lot of guys don't want to give emotionally if they feel like they're not in a relationship with that person, which I think is totally stupid.
Yeah, how are you going to get to that point if she doesn't feel anything?
Right. Even if we're just F buddies.
This is
in that moment, like we gonna be pretty much together. You my girlfriend for that 30 minutes to an hour or however long.
You better make me feel like it, goddammit. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So to a man, the physical lack of engagement is DOA, but to a woman, your emotional lack of engagement is DOA.
Okay.
All right. So you could be doing whatever physically. If you ain't looking at us, if you're not listening to us, if we're like, can I turn over? And you're like, no, then you only care about your own needs. I really. Yo, listen, like, I'm not going to tell all my business, but listen.
Y'all take this stuff. I'm telling you.
If I say, can we do this? Y'all better take notes. If I say, can we do this? And you say, not yet, just wait. We think it's so fucking selfish. You cannot do that and expect for us to be connected to you. Like, listen to what we're saying, goddammit. If you can't listen in that moment, where's the hope? So I just get turned off. I'm like, you want me to go out with you again? You want my time? Like, you want to sit
right.
You don't want to let me turn over when I want to turn over? So you want to flip flapjacks, but just not in the bedroom. You want your flapjacks, but just not in the bedroom. And I say flapjacks because my name is Jack. You want the flapjack?
That's
but
fun.
Not in the bedroom.
That's hilarious.
Okay, it's funny. Anyway, all right.
Hey, yeah, but we can go at this all night, and I'm not gonna do it because I still haven't got my drink. I haven't got my nightcap, so I enjoy it. We gonna pick this back up, you guys. So make sure y'all go over there and like the couch if you haven't. Check out that old episode, that porn.
Just type in the couch 704 pornography in YouTube, and it is a riot. I watch it all the time. It's quite funny.
Why you be watching that episode, Jack?
I watch this on replay because I think it's because remember how it started out? Remember like the first time we mentioned sex on the show and how I acted and like
you like
yeah, when Brandon was on and I was like, oh my God. And then
Virgin ears wasn't so virgin after that.
It's just something that you get a kick out of, and I get a kick watching you get a kick out of.
I love it.
Cool. It's cool.
I love it.
I'm glad we did this, though. Thanks for having me.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you guys for chiming in. This has been hilarious, but yet informative. Like, take this stuff and roll with it. Like, if you're a 5, never tell anybody you're a 5. Point blank, period. Just even though we may think it.
We did that.
We see you. We see you. If you're a 5, we see you as a 5. That's just what we see you as. But you shouldn't think that you're a 5.
No one should think that about themselves. I don't think.
Yeah, absolutely not. All right. We done.
Okay, boo. See you next time.
Peace. Holla. Check y'all. Peace.